Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be my last update, basically my finale for my project for the year, which was my no buy year. So if you wanna see my thoughts, this is not gonna be a long video, it's just gonna be a quite easy video. And that's how I thought it was supposed to be. The finale, I thought it was supposed to be easy, and it actually is. When you commit to something and you just stick to every rule, then you just do it. It's as simple as that. For me, when you really make a decision and it's your choice and it's your decision to make, then you can be successful at anything. I know there are external factors, but you can accomplish anything you want, more than anything, and know by ear. So if you want to see my check-in for this last month, for today is actually my 1 year anniversary for my no buy year, and this video is gonna go up today. Then just keep on watching. So maybe this is gonna be a long video because I'm gonna go through my first, my intro, my rules video for my no buy year. I'm gonna talk about the person that I was and the person that I am, or if I'm still the same. That's just gonna be the way that I decide to do this finale. So one of the reasons why I decided to do my no buy year is because I had a void to fill with makeup or with purchasing makeup. For me, now that's not the same thing. I don't purchase makeup for that reason anymore. I purchase makeup because I want to have something beautiful, and I purchase makeup because I need something to replace something that I finished. That mindset changed a while ago. I don't even remember having that void anymore because not focusing that much time on purchasing actually, without me noticing, it changed my life. It wasn't only that, I made a lot of different choices. I decided to, even when I started, I was keto, but I decided to be more of a healthy keto. I also, now I'm working out, and I'm truly working out. I have hired a mentor for creating habits, a productivity mentor. So I'm so busy right now that the last thing on my mind, even though I love makeup, is shopping. When I have to shop, I feel like I dread to shop. If I travel, then I want to buy something nice. And if Natasha Denona comes up with a palette, that's something sort of a unicorn in my life, or ABH comes with a palette. But mostly, if I go to Trend Mood, I go like, blah. I don't need any of this stuff. And I always come up with reasons why I shouldn't buy it. And I used to make up reasons why I should. The second reason why I started my no buy year is because I wanted to keep enjoying what I already had. And I've been doing that. I've been doing that so much. I've been finishing makeup. I've been selling makeup that I don't use. I've been using that money to bring stuff into my life or my makeup artistry kit that I do enjoy. And I've been saving money. I was talking on that video about debt, and I still have debt because there's no way that I could pay what I owed at that point or at this point in my life in 1 year. It was so much. I didn't go into that kind of debt over a year, so I couldn't pay it up within a year. So I'm still doing that, and that still is something that has me focused on next year. And the project that I'll be doing next year, it's gonna be according to the debt that I have, because it's just not worth it, and I stand by it. What I said on that video is that it's not worth it to go into debt for makeup. Even though you love something that's pretty, and sometimes you can splurge on it, you're not supposed to go into debt for it. And I was going into debt not only for makeup, but one of the top reasons and one of the top purchases in my life was makeup. So my main reason to start the no buy year was because of the debt that I just talked about. And it was like this. So you don't add up to a debt, or you don't create more debt with makeup. It doesn't make any sense, right? And then I'm a grown up and I'm not saving money. Now that has changed a lot because I've paid a big percentage of my debt. Like I said, I couldn't pay it all because I didn't acquire that debt in 1 year. So I'm not able, because I have other things that I have to pay, and I have that debt to pay, even the minimum payment and everything, it all adds up. I had all that to pay, so I couldn't finish paying it, but I have ended a lot of stuff. I moved most of the debts that I had from the US to Colombia. Dollars were 3,000 pesos at the time that I filmed that video, which was 1 year ago, and now it's 3,500 pesos for each dollar. So it has gone up way more. So I decided to bring my debt to do a loan here in Colombia and then pay up what I owed in the US, and that way I can pay in pesos. I make money in pesos. And I was saying that I couldn't save money. And I was a grown up and I never saved money before. And that was true. And now I have a bank account that's an investment bank account, and I can't withdraw the money unless I'm gonna close the account. So I put there almost always, if I can, 10% of what I make after paying what I need to pay, and I'm saving that. I'm saving that, and I'm hoping that when I finish with my debt, I can have different savings account for different purposes. And I'm happy that I was able to do that, and that was me deciding to do a no by year that made that possible. It's funny how in that video I was talking about how I was gonna do my no by year, and then I was talking about replacements, and I had to explain myself and tell you guys that I was gonna be able to purchase makeup for my makeup artistry kit, and then when I did the hauls for my makeup artistry kit, oh my goodness, a lot of people were saying that I was using my makeup artistry kit as an excuse to buy makeup and blah blah blah. It's not the case. I don't love purchasing makeup for my makeup artistry kit because I don't use my makeup artistry kit on myself except for special events. And then I was also saying that I was going through years that it was the year of foundations, the year of blushes, the year of lipsticks, and that I would go overboard with shopping for one category at a time. And that's still true because this has been a year for eyeshadow palettes, but I had rules and I followed those rules, and that's how I purchased the eyeshadow palettes. And since the main goal of mine was not to go into debt for the products that I wanted, I always did something that accomplished that. Like I would sell makeup that I didn't use for my makeup artistry kit or from my makeup collection, and then a piece of that money I would use to purchase either one of the 12 items that I had on my rules that I could purchase as a want and not a replacement, and I would even buy replacements from that money. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I just keep telling myself right now, or I just keep thinking that I used to make excuses to purchase more stuff, and now I make excuses not to. And that's just a huge mindset change. Okay, so I'm listening to the video and I talk a lot on the video, but one of the things that I said was that I was a foundation junkie. I haven't purchased one single foundation this year unless it's a replacement shade from my makeup artistry kit, which I also say there that if I finish a foundation shade that I find harder to mix, I will purchase it, and that's what I've done. But I always look for deals, I always look for discounts when it comes to this makeup. Even if it's makeup for my makeup artistry kit, the more money that I can save, the more money that I can pay to my debt, the more money that I can put on my savings account, and the more money that my kids will save. And my kid is my business, so it's good if it saves money because the earnings will go up instead of down. But I'm not a foundation junkie anymore, and I realized that because even though now that I'm finished with my no by year and I haven't written all the rules for my next project, which I think I'm gonna start on January 1st or maybe this week, I haven't decided yet. I don't see myself purchasing the amount of foundations that I have because it's been about 2 years without really purchasing foundations for myself. I purchased like 2 or 3, but not that crazy amount that I used to purchase. And I've sold a lot of foundations, and I still have foundations for more than 1 year. And I'm not gonna purchase a foundation next year. I don't see myself purchasing a foundation next year because I truly don't need it. So I don't consider myself a foundation junkie anymore because that means that I can't control myself, and now I can control myself. I will control myself. I will not purchase foundation because I don't need it. I've come to the point that my favorite concealer, I didn't have my favorite concealer all this year. And I've been using this concealer most of the year. This is the Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer. I used to say that I hated it, and now it's what I've been using every day, and I'm fine. Everyone's fine. I'm fine. We are fine. So it's not something that will kill me. And I have a few concealers that are a wrong shade, and I will just either add them to my kit or buy one, just one that's good for me, or two, one that's a little bit darker from when I'm self tan and one that's lighter. But I want my favorite formula of concealer, because concealer is not something that you play with. But even though I think that way, that I still want the best and I just want one from that category, I don't even want to buy that, because I feel like I have other stuff that I don't use that I want to finish before buying that. So I'm not saying that I'm not gonna, but my mindset has changed completely, and I'm not a junkie of makeup anymore. I'm a junkie of the stuff that I have. I adore using up what I have, and it has been a discovery year for me, because from project progresses I went back to project panning and I stopped doing project progresses, and I've been obsessed with panning and finishing products. So I'm not saying that project progresses aren't amazing. I love them and I'm gonna be doing them again next year, but I'm also gonna be project panning a ton, and I'm gonna lower the purchases, I think, even more organically, even if I didn't have any rules. So it's just a result from my no buy year. But saying that I'm not a junkie, a shopping junkie anymore, it's something that I truly appreciate. Then this is key for the no buy year. When I filmed the first video that I never posted, announcing that I was gonna go in a no buy year, the video I never posted it, I made a panic purchase, and I also did a video on that haul when it arrived to me. It arrived after I refilmed another video for my no buy year, telling you guys about the panic purchase that I made and everything. So it arrived later in the year. I finished a few of those products that I purchased, but a lot of them were just garbage. I didn't need to purchase them. I was impulse shopping because I was panicking that I wasn't gonna be able to purchase something. Right now, the Sephora sale, I have gone through a few Sephora sales, most of them without purchasing a single thing. But right now there's a promo and I want to talk about that. It's $75. If you purchase $75, 25 will go off. I think it's something like that, so it's 30% off. And I truly need to buy the brush cleanser because I'm running low on mine, and December is gonna fly by and I'm gonna finish that for sure for my makeup artistry kit. And then I have something else that I need to purchase. Oh my goodness, it was something important. Oh, and I need to purchase a deodorant because I always use La Vanilla deodorants. They don't sell them at Sephora anymore, and I want something natural. And here in Colombia, I can't find something natural that smells nice, and I'm running low on it. So I want to make sure that I purchase it to get 30% off. And maybe with the brush cleanser and that will give me the $75. But oh my goodness, I haven't placed the order because I'm always like, I don't want to purchase. I don't want to pay for the shipping. I don't want to pay for anything. I used to go happy trigger on my computer and just go click, 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 place order, and no consequences in sight. And there were after I received my credit card statement. So I'm a person now that pays everything cash. I pay everything right away. I put everything, if it's on a credit card, to 1 month. Here in Colombia, they ask you how many months do you want to take to pay that debt. So every time you swipe your credit card, they ask you how many payments. And then you say 1, 2, 24, whatever. I always choose one payment and I pay that month. I make miles from it or points from it, but I never get interest from it because that's not what I want. If I have $1,000 a month and that's all I have to live, then I will use that $1,000 or less, but I will not go overboard with money that I don't have. And that has been thanks to my no buy year as well. That panic purchase showed me how much of a problem I had, and I'm not saying that I couldn't go back there because maybe I could. I'm human and I could. And bad habits are easy to take back when you let your guard down, but I'm not planning on going back. I love the way I live now. I love that I'm not always struggling and that I'm not always focusing all my energy and thought into what I'm gonna purchase next. That was a mistake purchase, and even though a few things I loved and finished already, most of the things that I purchased are untouched and I don't even want them in my collection, and I can't even think why I purchased them. Just because I was panicking, that's just a stupid reason. And I'm not a stupid person. It's just something that I always think about that purchase. I always think about it. I know I'm gonna make a video going back to that purchase and telling you what I did with each product and if I've used it or not. And that will remind you guys and show you guys and remind me that going overboard with a $500 something purchase is just crazy. It's just insane when you don't have money to spend. Okay, so I find it dramatic and funny that I was afraid of going into a no buy year. I'm not afraid anymore of not shopping. I'm more afraid of going back into debt, and I'm afraid to lose myself again just going shopping and going crazy. I'm not afraid anymore to be sad during the no buy year, because after 1 or 2 months, I realized that I wasn't gonna be sad because I was so happy enjoying what I already had. And I'm not gonna tell you guys that at some point or another I didn't want to go crazy buying stuff, but I found a way to do so, or to buy 1 or 2 things that I wanted with money that I already had, using one of the items that I was allowed to purchase, and also selling stuff that I had, or using points that I would make from my personal shopping business, like the Ulta points, to buy a palette that I wanted and I didn't want to spend money on, or I didn't have money to spend. I would use my points on it, and it was okay, it was fine, and I wasn't sad the whole time. I was mostly happy that I had thoughts of my own instead of having thoughts to Sephora and Ulta 24/7, or Trend Mood, or just going crazy watching these channels that make you want to purchase everything and anything. But I'm also happy that even though I was so afraid that I wasn't gonna succeed, when I had all the tools to succeed because I wanted to. And that's what you need to know. If you're gonna start a no buy year next year, or if you're in a no buy year, you have the tools to succeed as long as you decide that you will. It's not it's not something that you will leave at random. It's something that you have to want bad enough, like you would want anything else in life. As much as you wanted to shop something and you would do anything, even go into debt for it, you have to want to go in a no buy year, because you have to have a goal in mind. My goal was to not overspend, or to not spend money that I didn't have and go into debt. And that was the main thing that I wanted in my life. I wanted to have a savings account. I wanted to be responsible. I wanted to be able to pay my debt and focus on other things. I wanted to not, I love makeup. Makeup is still a huge part of my life. It's still the love of my life. But it was something that I was turning from happy to unhealthy, and just changing my mindset changed that. Another thing is that, and I let that clear in that video, and I still think the same way. I was saying that it was my job, my passion, my life, and it's something that I enjoy, and I love the science behind it. And that's still true. The reason why I was mostly anxious about, not only because of failing and stuff, it was also because I wasn't gonna get to try the new formulas and just play with them on clients, play with them on myself, be able to review them, be able to see the science behind them. And that's still the case. The times when I want to buy makeup is mostly because I want to try it. I want to see if they came up with something amazing and new and innovative. I always want to see that. When it comes to foundation, that's what would grab me and make me purchase foundations, because I just wanted to see if the new self-setting formula, or the new dewy formula was gonna last on my oily skin, how it would apply, if it would look beautiful with a beauty blender, if I could put it with my fingers, if it was full coverage but not cakey. And the science of eyeshadows, of concealers, new formulas, it will always call my name. And one thing is still the same, that the only reason why I don't go crazy purchasing right now, it's about money. It's not about space for me, because I have a room that I can fill out with makeup, and I know it's never gonna be enough. But if I had unlimited funds, I would love to buy makeup, give away some makeup, and just buy makeup for the sake of trying it, because I truly enjoy makeup. So that's still the same from when I started my no buy year. Okay, so I was transparent, guys, and told you that I had debt in 3 credit cards. It was actually 4, because I had 3 in the US and 1 here in Colombia, and then that I owed I had two loans, one in Colombia and one in the US. The loan in the US I finished paying. My car, I'm about to finish paying it up, and I will have a loan here in Colombia. I finished paying three of my credit cards, including the Colombian one, and the other one that I owe, I made it so that it didn't have any interest for 1 year. And I've been paying it up, and then I will do the same. I will refinance it to have no interest until I finish paying it up, but I haven't used my credit cards except for the Colombian one and put it to 1 month so that I can pay it up monthly and get my points and my miles since I love to travel so much. But I've made a lot of progress financially, even though I'm still in debt. I love that. That was the best thing about my no buy year. Okay, so these no buy included makeup, hair, and skincare, and then also Amazon impulse shopping because I used to go crazy with Amazon impulse shopping. That stopped. I purchased stuff from Amazon, but stuff that I actually need, like pooping bags from my dogs. I haven't purchased a lot of stuff in Amazon this year. I even stopped with the Amazon Prime, and I recently started it again because my mom and my brother and everyone was ordering stuff from my Amazon account. But I haven't purchased a lot of stuff except for my L'Oreal Voluminous Primer that I've repurchased a few times over the course of this year. And then the pooping bags, like I said, and something more. Oh, my cotton rounds and stuff like that. That I've purchased from my Amazon account. But this has been a year where Amazon hasn't been getting that much money from me, and that's a good thing. For skincare, I haven't purchased, I don't think, one skincare item. I think, oh, I purchased for my makeup artistry kit this moisturizer, and these I will split with me and my kit, and this will last me over a year, and I'm happy for that. And I think, oh, and I purchased this eye cream, which I'm also about to finish because it's the only eye cream that I replaced and been using, but I haven't truly been buying a lot of stuff. It was a no buy year for her as well, but my hair started to fall out. So I have to be honest. My mom purchased it for me. She gave it to me as a gift. We went to the US in February, and or she went with me, I don't remember, but she paid for it. She paid for a few things from Lush. She gave them to me, and that brought my hair back to life. And I know that when I finish that shampoo and everything, I will repurchase, and it's something that I don't mind. I've been finishing products that I had, but I've been repurchasing my Lush products, and I've been not feeling guilty about that purchase or spending that money, even though it wasn't mine, because it's money that I would have invested on myself because my hair, I don't want it to fall out. So it was more of a health issue than breaking my no buy year. And for me, that's fair. I started to eat healthier, but I also needed better products for my hair than the Aussie shampoo that I was using or the Suave shampoo. It would make my hair brittle and it was falling off. And then for makeup, you guys will see. Okay, so my thoughts on backups are still the same. I still order a few things that I know I'm gonna finish and I'm gonna need again, like cotton rounds, like my L'Oreal Voluminous Primer, like my Bioderma or my Garnier Micellar Water. Staples that I know I will finish quickly and that I will need to purchase again. I have thoughts on backups that are not negative, but I live in Colombia and getting things here, it's way more expensive than shipping them to me from the US, and but I still pay shipping. So for me to pay shipping is expensive as well. So what I do is I accumulate purchases, and that's still the same. I still do that. I don't like to overpay for shipping, or I don't like to just buy one thing and then having to place an order monthly. It just doesn't make any sense because I don't live in the US, and buying one thing here, even on Bioderma, it cost me about 3 more times the price that it would cost me in the US. So I would prefer to pay a little amount of money for shipping from the US to Colombia, but I would buy 3 or 4 Biodermas that will last me way more time. So that's still the same for me, even though I'm in a no buy year. But now I have to tell you that, for example, the Givenchy Mr. Brow Groom, I recently finished one and it lasted, I think, more than a year. And then I have a backup, but I didn't need to have that backup because that one lasted for a year. So I will keep doing that for products that I truly need, like cotton rounds, like stuff like that, that I love, that are from the US and that I go through quickly. But I will not do that again for a lipstick, a highlighter, something like that. That doesn't make any sense to me anymore. I even sold a few backups that I had from highlighters that I loved, because even if they're limited edition, there's no freaking way that I will finish them ever. Having 80 highlighters or 60 highlighters or 70 highlighters is crazy. Or even a lipstick, having like over 100 lipstick or 200 lipsticks, how am I gonna have a backup of one? It's just, it doesn't make any sense. So for me, backups have changed a little bit, because I do them way more mindfully, even if it's products that I'm gonna finish. But I still believe in backups because I don't live in the US. I also promised on that video that I would write down everything that I spent over the year, and I didn't do that. I might need to do that. Let me know in the comments below if you would like to see that, if you would like to see how much money I spent during my no buy year. I won't have everything, because if I didn't write down a lot of the things that I purchased in person, I will not have it. So I will have my online purchases, and I will go and compare that to my hauls and see if I have everything written down. So I will have an approximate or an estimate amount of what I purchased this year. That's fun and scary, because knowing what you have spent, oh my goodness, what if it's more than what I've finished? Because on my empties video, I'm about to go to my $4,000 goal of finishing products this year. I think I've spent money. I know I've spent money, but I know I haven't spent $4,000 on makeup and beauty products. I hope not. I hope not. Maybe 1,000. Maybe 1,000, because I'm gonna add stuff from my makeup artistry kit, and then I will divide it. My makeup artistry kit, it costs money for sure. Okay, so another video that's coming, it's my 12 items that I wanted. So I had a rule of I could purchase 12 items that I want, not replacement, but want. And I purchased 11. I will make a video of the purchases that I made that were wants, that I did with my own money, or anyway, that I wanted, that I didn't just purchase with points or stuff like that. And if I have any regrets, what I've thought about them, if I have finished them or if I have used them. Most of them are eyeshadow palettes, so I haven't finished them. But I have thoughts on the products that I bought, and it's been fun. I thought I was gonna use my 12 because I wanted to buy the holiday brush from Wayne Goss, but it hasn't been released yet. So I thought that was gonna be my 12 item, but it wasn't. My no buy year ended and I bought 11 products with my no buy year once. So I'm good. I didn't break that amount, even though I purchased over 12 items, because like I said, I sold, and I don't know if I said this on my rules, but that was on my rules. I've mentioned it a couple times before, a few times before. I added as a rule that if I got a gift card, I could use it. And that didn't count towards my 12 items. And I don't know if I was on the fence about that because my phone just died. But I thought that I was going to say that I was going to use that as a replacement money. I don't even remember. But for me, since it was about not spending money, I didn't see any harm in buying stuff as gifts with my points, and if I would get gifts from my mom and that wouldn't count towards my 12 items. The 12 items were things that were sort of unreasonable in a way, that I didn't need to purchase but I wanted to purchase, and that's what I used them for. And the rest of the stuff, it was things that my mom gave me, things that my aunt gave me that I asked for, and things that I wanted to get, but I could just pay with points. So it was sort of a gift from myself to myself, but it was mostly from my clients, because purchasing their stuff as a personal shopper was the thing that allowed me to purchase stuff with points at Ulta, for example. And I also got points for purchasing things from my client in Sephora, and I used them on a few Natasha Denona palettes with $100 gift cards. So that was also something that I didn't count towards my 12 items. Okay, here I also promised that I was gonna do an inventory series. And I did sort of start that, and I did a lot of inventory videos. I have a playlist. but I didn't finish it. I have so much makeup that I was lazy to do that. It was a lot of work, and I couldn't basically show them overhead because it's so hard with my setup, that, and I have so many jobs, guys, that I didn't have time to do that, or I didn't make the time to do it. But I have a list and inventory written down, and I have aligned what I finished from that inventory. So I will give you in another video an inventory recount, what I finished, how many foundations I started with, how many I added for PR or gifts, and how many I finished, how many I sold, and that stuff, and how many I will start 2020 with. So that you will have it, even though I didn't finish the entire series. And maybe next year I will do more inventory videos to show you the products and talk about them, but I didn't really do that series. Okay, I didn't even remember this, but I said that I could buy 6 brushes and 6 makeup items. I maybe updated the rules at some point, I don't know, or I simply forgot, but I didn't feel the need for brushes because I have so many of them. And even though I wanted brushes, I wanted a kit or a set from Sonia G or from Wayne Goss, and I didn't feel like spending that amount of money or that amount of items. So I didn't really accomplish that rule. Oh my goodness, I feel so bad right now. So I bought one brush, yeah, one brush, and then the rest was makeup. And then I didn't purchase one of the items from the 12 free passes that I had, but I don't regret it because I use the palettes more than I would the brushes right now. So yeah, in the future, maybe next year, I will buy the Sonia G set before starting my new Nova year or my new project or whatever I'm gonna do. I haven't decided yet what I'm gonna do. I'm thinking that I'm gonna go towards a Nova year, but I'm gonna have different rules, some tighter and some a little bit looser. But I didn't really remember saying that it was 6 brushes and 6 makeup items. So I screwed up. But it's okay, it's okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I would have spent more money if I had purchased brushes than purchasing makeup for sure, because the brushes that I want a few brushes that are way more expensive than palettes. So yeah, it's good. I'm good. I'm good with that. I'm good with breaking my no buy that way. I don't mind it. I didn't really go crazy overboard. I mentioned the things about the points at Ulta and stuff like that that I could buy, and I didn't mention, I wasn't sure if I was able to buy more than replacements, so I left it like that. So I didn't break that rule, thankfully. I'm always talking on that video about conscientious purchases and being aware of the things that I purchase, and I'm still aware of that. I'm still aware, and now it's easier for me. Now I think about the products that I want to buy, and it's easier for me to choose if I'm going to buy them or not, if I just don't really want them, or just to let them hang before I purchase them and then realize that I didn't even want them, like the neon palettes from Huda Beauty. I wanted them for my makeup artistry kit, to be honest. I wanted one for my makeup artistry kit just to create crazy neon looks. It would be still good for my makeup artistry kit. It's just something that I let pass and I didn't purchase it, and it was okay. And I was so apologetic on that video, but also I could tell afraid and also excited to start, and I wasn't leaving anything out, any rule out to be able to fail. I didn't want to fail. I didn't want to let myself fail. And look where I am now. I'm happy that I did this no by year. I couldn't be happier. I could do it again. No questions asked. I wouldn't be upset about doing it again. In fact, I'm thinking about doing a no by year again. I'm just thinking about changing a few of the rules because I need to be harsher on myself in a few ways, and I need to just let myself be in other ways that I know I naturally behave well. So I'm just gonna watch the end of the video and give you the end of this one. I was rambling at the end of the video about how happy I was that I get to do this with you guys. And that's so true. I remember one time that I did on an update that I was about to break my no buy and not tell you guys about it. And I came here on camera and told you guys I was thinking about purchasing stuff and lied to you guys. And then having you guys, having this community, having you as backup for me or rooting for me, it's what made this no buy year even more possible. Knowing that I had to come back here and do a check-in, even if my check-ins are not that sentimental, or those kind of check-ins that you think someone found their soul, that's not me. I still felt like I needed to tell you guys how I was going. Guys, so my camera is about to die. I have just one more thing to say. I updated my closet. My closet is the love of my life as well as my makeup. I'm a better image consultant for it. I changed my habit of being a shopper, a compulsive makeup shopper, and I've changed other habits while hiring a mentor for my habits a month ago. So anything that you think that you can't do, you can do it. And I'm happy that I did my no buy year, and a few videos are gonna come out of this check-in, and you will see them soon here on my channel. I will make a list of the videos that I mentioned here that I need to do, and I will also show you the 10 favorite things that I purchased this year, not makeup related, just clothing and fashion items, or just staples in now my routine. I'm more confident this year because I think that I can accomplish anything. I've been more successful in what I've set my mind to. If you tell yourself that you can do something, you truly can do it. You truly can. So that's it, you guys. Just leave a heart, any heart color emoji if you love this video, and if you love coming with me to this no buy year. And I noticed that the emojis are a new thing. They are from this year, so I'm really happy that I started doing that. That has helped with the interactions that we have. More people have been commenting, and I love you guys. I truly do, and I'm thankful that you supported me on this no buy. Just stay tuned for my next project for this year, and I know it will be up soon. I will go with my mom to the doctor today, and I will be right back, edit this video, and it will be up as soon as it's up. But I will have goals for next year, and I will share them with you just to be accountable again, with a beautiful set of subscribers like I have, with a beautiful set of friends like I have. Thank you for everyone that took the time to comment on every single one of my no buy videos or any videos that I post. You guys are amazing, and I'm always happy to come back here on YouTube just for you guys. If I didn't have any comments, if I didn't have any friends here on YouTube, then the success wouldn't be as bright as it is. So that's it for my no buy year, you guys. I'm excited for a new year. I'm excited for a new project. And that's it, you guys. Leave the emoji below, the heart emoji. And I guess I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.